Yeah, okay. I actually have two. I will give you one of my compasses.
That's my job for the evening. I'll fix this up and make it look good. Apparently this can help me find Brash. But also, this is what caused the dragon to do that. So, we can't lose this. At all. We cannot, and I repeat this in the strictest way possible, cannot lose this.
I'm going to
misplace that somewhere.
So
you
it
want
is
someone else
staying.
to hold it, Ryan?
No. It is staying on my person the whole time. Should anything happen to me, get it to Mickey, she brings it back.
Huh?
No. That was so perfect.
You know
Jackie,
what?
you could have
You know
inspiration
what?
for that.
Like,
Yes.
I cannot understate just how important it is that this makes it back here.
Oh, sure. My internet died, so I missed everything. Everything.
Oh, so that
I'm
was
not
a genuine.
I'm not
That was a
playing
genuine
dumb.
piece.
I have no
she
idea
did.
what happened.
Uh,
I'll take that inspiration, though. Thanks.
There's a compass.
Yeah.
We have a compass.
We have a compass.
Yeah.
It came from the dragon. It's basically the dragon's life force at the moment.
Oh,
It needs to go
sick.
back to him.
That's important. Thanks
Yeah.
for
Quinn-
sharing.
Quinn and Faye, do either of you have proficiency with history?
Don't believe so.
No.
You think I would, but no, I don't.
All right. I'm
Well, I
going
never
to
know
ask only Faye to roll a check with your navigator's tools or your cartographer's tools as an intelligence-based check. So
Okay.
intelligence plus proficiency bonus.
Okay. Proficiency's 14. Wait, is proficiency plus 3 now? Okay, so 15.
15 is exactly what you needed.
Woo!
So this nagging thought crosses your mind as you're like thinking about this compass and looking at it. Copper is not a supermagnetic metal. In fact, it is never ever used in the construction of compasses because unless there is some kind of super heavy gravitational force of magnetism, copper does not work. This is a very, very strangely put together creation.
I'll relay that to Ryan and point out the compass that I have, which is a totally normal compass that is probably made of a more conductive material, like I'm not actually sure.
Iron, steel.
Steel or iron, yeah.
Yeah. I'll point that out.
I mean, they're pointing in different directions.
Yes.
So I don't think it's based on. I mean,
yeah, the copper
actually,
one
how
is.
Does this work? So
the copper one's needle is pointing. Actually, yeah, you have to figure out how it works first.
Yeah, how does your one work? Like this one's pointing at Brash, I think, because that's how we're meant to find him. But how does your one work?
How scientific is this world? Like, do I understand that it points towards like magnetic north for like the planet or whatnot, or?
Yeah, it would point to the fantasy equivalent of magnetic north, which you're not really sure what that is. You would call it the polar vortex or something like that.
Yeah, I'll basically be like, well, here, take it basically always points in the same direction, so you can always navigate to where you are. Your compass sounds like it's going to swivel depending on if he moves. Mine always points in the same direction towards whatever vortex is pulling the metal in that direction. So it's good to navigate. You always know where you can go east or west based on.
Yeah, you always have a datum. You know exactly which direction you're going in. Yeah. Okay,
yes.
That makes sense. I guess this is the same. But it's just not pointing necessarily at a specific spot, pointing at a person.
Yes.
So we've realistically just followed this to our location. Which way is it pointing at the moment?
Why don't you both roll an investigation check, please?
Ooh.
Oh my God.
Wow, I'm not doing too bad. 15.
Ryan's having a very dumb
Different
day.
dice, Lewis.
Dumb day.
Different dice.
Well, Ryan's had a lot of shocking information just shoved in his face today, so it's understandable that he'd be having some foggy moments.
Yeah.
What was
15.
15?
Okay.
You're looking at Ryan's, looking at yours, and yours works perfectly. Like, you need a compass to a very good compass to navigate in the way that you do. The needle on Ryan's compass, even as he like turns and swivels it, just isn't moving. It's just stuck in one position. Even if he faces the other way, it's still stuck in that position. So you can surmise that it is not initially right now pointing at Brash. It is just fucking not working.
What you got there's a broken compass. Mine, as you can see, still points in the same direction no matter how you swivel. That, if it is pointing towards Brash, where you move, that needle should be pointing at Brash. And it's not, unless he's moving really quickly around the world.
Okay, well.
Or maybe he's not here.
Let's.
Or maybe he's not
First,
here.
You know, it's been a long day. Let's not think about that. Let's try and see if the compass can work first. I'll go, if you don't mind me opening yours up to see what the bloody hell, how it works.
Go ahead.
I'll look at this one tonight and see if I can make it work.
Thankfully,
maybe something's not seated, maybe, things are rusted and old, I don't know. That dragon is ancient, so...
Yeah. Thankfully, I've got 2, and those compasses are meant to survive trips on the open sea, so they're rather hardy, so...
And we'll see how they work against my smith tools.
Yeah, well, true. Hammer might win.
We'll see.
You want to play paper, rock, compass?
Yeah.
No. This isn't going to be a Nokia 3310 moment, don't worry.
I love that.
I know what I'm doing this evening. And hopefully the shops are open tomorrow. So we can buy some stuff. But yeah, sorry. We wanted to get everyone...
Should we go get paid?
Yes. That's just what my brain did.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think we're due a conversation with Rista.
Oh, we are due
A conversation or conversation?
I think just a conversation. I don't think Rista... Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think Rista knew what that place was. I don't think she willingly sent us into, the veins from hell. I think she just didn't know that it was the veins from hells.
You've got a lot of faith in people, Sam.
There are a few holes in her story that I think need to be fleshed out a bit more.
I do, but thank you, Hush. I trust people.
I didn't exactly mean that as a compliment necessarily.
Well,
I don't need to be snippy either, but
come on, it's not like she lied to us. I don't think on purpose.
we don't know. That's why giving her too much credit before we've had a conversation with her is jumping the gun a little bit.
I know, but I think going in assuming she's lying is a little hostile.
Let's just go and talk and see what she says.
You gonna go see Magda?
Yeah, I'm kind of worried about her.
I'll come with you. These are the talk.
So 3 of you going to talk to Rista and 2 of you going to find Magda?
Yeah.
All right. I think we're going to take our little break at this point as you separate and go and arrive at your destinations. You 2 are outside of Magda's house. It looks normal. And the 3 of you are going to Rista's flat. So for anybody who decided to watch this somewhere way in the future, 2152 AD, we might not still be alive. But if I'm dead, remember, this is Halgia D&D. I am the Dungeon Master, and we'll be back in like 5 minutes.
2152. Halgia D&D is the only form of entertainment left.
Oh God, these
We'll
poor
finally,
people.
we'll finally
Give them all.
get some money. Hell yeah. All right, we'll be back, people. Bye.
It's the nail in the coffin for the apocalypse.
Thank you.
Hello, stream. Welcome back. This is definitely not sponsored by Cheez-Its. Thanks for making such a tasty, delicious cracker. I highly recommend you eat this cracker if you're hungry. Kellogg's, if you're watching, thanks a lot.
Kellogg's and Campbell's, we've got our eye on you.
Mm-hmm. What would be better than a nice bowl of tomato soup with some Cheez-Its floating in it for crackers?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, I would do that. I would totally do that.
Yeah,
Also-
sounds great.
Also, it was Progresso, not Campbell's. Get our sponsorships right.
Oh, shit, sorry. Sorry, Campbell's sucks. Progresso.
Please don't tell our
I support you.
Guys, this
But
is
we're
meant to
open
be
any
serious-
sponsorship.
Bring that one down
This
the
is
drain.
meant to be a serious D&D game. Why are we making jokes?
Yeah, when you and the
You're
when you and
right.
the dragon were like, no, first name basis.
Super
We're
serious.
cool. Yeah, very
Hey, look,
serious.
it's all about professional boundaries.
Yeah, Mr.
So-
Reardon was very upfront about boundaries, and this is a safe space, and I need to know where your limits are. I'm like, what's
Thank
about to happen in this?
Yeah, I know.
room?
I was real worried.
Hey, man. It's fantasy. Anything can happen.
Yeah. So, the time warp throws us back from 2152 to 1128 in the era of progress in Halgia.
Is that why you're wearing a bandana like John Connor from Terminator?
Yes.
It's
Yeah,
not
let's
a
go with
spoiler.
yes. I also have we went to the Renaissance Fair earlier and Micah braided my hair.
Oh,
Oh.
nice.
This one has come out a little
Oh
bit.
my gosh!
Okay, that's
that
cool
was-
as shit.
They're still hanging in there a little bit.
Yeah. Micah,
I
thanks.
love it.
Did a great job.
No problem.
So, which group would like to go first? We have the Rylands and we have the Outsiders. Rylands? Okay. So, you go home to check on Magda. What do? Do you just walk in or do you knock on the door?
I'll look up to Ryan first. And I'll be like, I didn't catch everything that Rylaendur said, but my draconic really isn't as bad as I let on. We're gonna talk about this later, right?
Yeah. Of course.
Do we want Magda to know? If she's here, I hope she's here.
She'll be here. Probably not.
Okay.
Not that I don't trust her. It's just
I mean,
real
it-
personal.
yeah, it's your business and stuff. We have our secret language that we can use.
It's true. That's true. We can use
Yeah.
that.
So
Yeah, my grammar is pretty poor in that, but I'm sure you catch the truth.
that's all right. Okay.
It's fine.
She'll walk over to the door and give a knock. Magda?
Who is it?
Told you.
It's Mickey.
Mickey? Why are you knocking? Just come in.
Okay. Okay. Open the door.
You open the door and you go inside and you find a disheveled, worried looking Magda with bags under her eyes. She's currently like pounding some dough, looking like she's about like with one of her weird inventions. And it's like an automatic like dough roller / pounder, but it's like vibrating in her hand as she's doing this. It doesn't work quite as well as she built it to work. But she looks up and she waves her hand. It won't turn off. It's like still like doing the job, and eventually she's like, "Phew," and it goes limp, falls on the dough, and she just rushes up and gives you a hug around your waist. Oh, I'm so happy you're back.
Hi.
I thought something. You come here too. Come here, Ryan. And she hugs both of you around the waist. Mickey, with your passive perception, you can see that the place is a little disheveled. There is a backpack that's packed and resting on an armchair, and next to it, there's like a mannequin, like a bust mannequin, and dangling from it is a set of iron chainmail. Next to it, on the end table, there is a steel short sword. You've never known Magda to have weapons or armor or anything, but all this stuff is new and in the house.
Magda, what's going on?
What?
What's all this?
What do you mean? You're back? Oh, I I can't lie to my baby. I thought I was gonna have to come after you. You've been gone for so long. You told me what direction you were going in, and I was like one day away from going.
You needn't have worried. Girl's real strong. She saved me a couple of times.
I know, but the world is dangerous, and the city's not usually. There's been weird stuff happening, though. I thought I was gonna have to come after you.
I hope you weren't gonna go by yourself.
Well, who do I know besides you two that would go with me? Even if I needed to search forever, I would have found you. It's my duty as your caretaker to, make sure that you. She gets like this distant stare, and kind of looks off to the side, not making eye contact with you. She says, "Make sure that you, you," and then makes eye contact again. Keep growing up big and strong, and keep being yourself.
Right.
So, it's just about to bake some dough, sprinkle it with some butter and cinnamon and sugar like you like, and Ryan, I think you like it too. So, do you want to stay for a little while? And
Please.
Thanks, Magda.
She sees the wear and tear on your eyes and just on your happy persona that you usually carry. Although I'm sure your spirit is lifted a little bit since you've been home and practiced drawing and stuff, but she hugs you around the waist. She's actually, can you come down here?
Yeah.
And she hugs you around the neck, kisses you like on the side of your head, and just whispers, "I will not and cannot let anything bad happen to my baby. I'm just glad you're home. Just, hang out with your old mom for a little while, because I miss you a lot."
Okay. Okay. Do you want my help?
Sure. Come on in.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna roll a group check. Just roll with these cook's tools.
Mickey should have taken the chef feat.
Natural one.
She rolled a natural 5. You guys heat the oven way too hot and burn the dough a little bit. So it's like kind of gooey in the center, but a little bit burnt on the edges. She still keeps saying like, "Oh, it's so good," and eating it, and serves you this baked dough with cinnamon and sugar and stuff.
To be honest, this is just how.
Yeah, me too.
Tastes like home, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, he must have been, quite the person to keep safe all that time, what with his bravado and all the shenanigans he probably got into out there, you probably had to keep him safe.
Oh god, it was exhausting.
Longer than we thought it would.
So tell me what happened. And if it's, if it's too much, then tell me a nicer story.
We just got scared at Celestium. What was going on with the moon and those people being attacked. We just ran out of the city. We panicked. We really didn't have too much in the way of supplies, and we kind of got lost.
Oh, you're gonna have to roll deception.
That is a 21.
Okay. She looks at you and goes, "Oh, I know you did the right thing, baby. I'm really just glad you're safe." She totally believes you.
We were
You're grounded.
really touched when message from the authorities saying you'd put in a missing person.
Yeah, well, I did, and then the authorities kind of just stopped, moving on missing people. There's still people that are unaccounted for from that, and the inside has shelled up like they don't know what to do. And I mean, they arrested someone and said that things were over and that Celestium was just a fluke. And you know, things are over. Everything's okay, is what they say. That the culprit has been arrested and it's all good.
Did they say who the culprit was?
It was that Fargo girl, the weird one. Her dad was the famous inventor. Uh, yeah, they said that she's the one to blame.
They say what they did with her.
No, there's been a lot of confidentiality and
Well, she was a bit weird, so
oh, you knew her?
in passing. She
Yeah.
came to my smith shop once or twice.
Her dad is a bit eccentric.
Last one in
Had
the
a lot
family.
had a lot of big ideas. Oh, Mickey, I got some cookies from S&K's. Just in case. They're like a week old now, but they should still be good. They're maybe a little bit crunchy, and I know you kind of like it a little bit that way.
Yeah.
So she goes into the kitchen and grabs another box of cookies, and that's all you guys are eating this whole session. You're all gonna have to roll con for tummy aches later.
Desserts!
These.
I know I really probably shouldn't have, but I learned a new trick. I can probably make these taste a little bit better.
Okay.
You want to see?
Yeah, of course.
And I'll snap my fingers over the cookie and use prestidigitation to warm it up a little bit.
Oh, nice. They warm up in the way where the bottom is still kind of crispy, but the top is like chewy. It gives you that nice contrast in textures that's just so beautiful when you're eating anything.
Try it now.
Oh, peanut butter's my favorite. And she takes one and eats a peanut butter cookie.
That is a good trick.
It's also RJ's favorite, so if Ryan, I really hate to ask this, but do you mind if Mickey and I have a moment together?
Sure. I'll have a couple of tasks I need to do.
Okay.
Be back.
You're going back to your place?
Like, I wouldn't want to get between a mother and a daughter.
I
This.
I thank you
yeah.
so much. Here, take 5 cookies. I really appreciate it. I know how much you mean to Mickey.
Well, it's a bit more now. Let's put it like that on this side. Got a good one.
Yeah.
Thanks for the cookie. I'll be sure they feel me tonight.
Okay. Ryan leaves through the door, and Magda looks at you with a much more serious face. She's I should have told you some stuff when you were a little younger, but I was really waiting until the last minute. So um, I think there's something we got to talk about.
Okay. I mean, it's not about babies, is it? Because I kind of know where they come from and stuff, and it's really not the time for that.
Are you? You're not having a baby, are you?
No, 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 no.
No. You could tell me if you are.
I'm
I will
not.
totally support you. Okay. Um, so I told you a little bit about the night that I found you. Yeah.
Yeah, we talk about it every year on Sun's Change.
Yeah, we do. Um, there's a little more to it. And I think I've waited too long, and it's time to tell you what's been going on. So, first of all, hi, I'm Magda. I'm your mom. I'm not actually from here. I'm not from Rylay, not from this city. I moved here a long time ago. Um, after some stuff happened, and I love this city, and I love you.
Hmm.
Um, I have always kind of believed in something. And one day, uh, I guess you could say my oh shit, I know you're not going to turn your mom in. She cursed in front of you, which is the first time you've ever heard this. She goes, oh shit, I know you're not going to turn your mom in. I guess you were kind of an answer to some of my prayers after I lost someone. Uh, I think that you are someone very important. In fact, when you arrived here, I don't think it was an accident. Um, there was a bit of a message, a cryptic message, uh, and a date. Uh, Paired with that message, that was not the day you were dropped off. In fact, it was strange. It was 20 something years in the future. And at that time, I was like, oh, that's just so long from now. But it was Victoria 1 on 11/28, which was 7 days ago.
Okay.
And uh, the message just said, one of pure heart, you've been found. Please make sure this one fulfills her promise. And you told me about all those dreams you had and just your friend in those dreams. And I've been holding this in for so long that you're not the first person that's shared that phrase with me before. It was written. And on that day, you weren't here. It made me very nervous. I started preparing to leave and go find you because the task was there for me and I felt like I had let it go. But I got a knock at the door. Someone came to visit that night, looking not for you, but for me. Said she knew you weren't there. And handed me this, and she pulls out of the backpack that she had packed for her travels to go find you, and hands you a little letter. This is an invitation for you and I. It's kind of private concert. Not much more than that was said, but that was the day that was listed on the message that I got when you were dropped off, and that's a standing invitation. And as you read it, you can see it basically says like a standing invitation, 10 p.m. any evening. Find me here. There's an address in Rylaendur listed on the invitation. So this is up to you. And I understand if you're upset and angry at me for withholding stuff, but my sweet daughter, I think we have to do this.
I'm not mad. How could I be mad at you?
I know, I'm so sweet, and I have really good dough that I make, but I kept something from you for a long, long time.
I mean, there had to be a reason.
I just the reason is I didn't know where that promise would take you, and you mean something to me. You mean everything. Everything I have is you. I tinker and dabble, and that's not what I always did, as you can see. And she points at like some of her inventions that don't work, and then she points at the sword. That's not what I always did. You tell me which night you want to go. If you want to go. If you feel like bailing on destiny and pursuing your own life and the freedom that you want to choose it for, I'll support you either way. If you are having a baby, I would support you with that too.
Okay, good to know. I'm not. I'm really not. Oh God, I don't know. Okay, I have one question at least.
Okay.
Who visited you? Did you know them? Did you get their name?
She didn't tell me a name. But I saw her.
You saw her.
She wore these glamorous blue and white robes, and she had some kind of like flute-like instrument kind of hanging from like an amulet would hang, and these fancy golden boots, and she had these blue, just these deep glowing blue eyes, and dark skin, dark. It was hard, you know, hard to make out the face in the night, but she had these braids in her hair that came to. She had like one system of braids and then two going over the top of them, and she was very beautiful. I think they call her Kalishtar.
Kalishtar. Okay. What color was her hair?
It was like a white blue ombre. I'm sorry. It was like a dark. It was like a dark brown to a blue ombre.
Okay.
As she turned around, the ombre kind of shifted. It was like blue, and then she reflected in some of the starlight, and then it was taking on the color of some of the other stars. Like it was green, and then it was pink, and it was orange. It was very, very strange. But I felt not intimidated. She was so otherworldly, and I felt very calm.
That's good. Okay. Um, Listen, I don't know the best way to tell you this. I'm not pregnant. I know. Let's start there. Um, I'm gonna
You
have.
see her take a couple of breaths.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to leave again. I
What?
think.
What do you mean?
My friend in the dreams. The dreams have changed a bit. They're more urgent. And there's people I need to find. There's a whole city. I need to
Yeah.
find them and help them.
What do you need me to help you with?
I don't know. I'm just scared, Mama.
She goes up and just wraps her arms around you and kind of sits a little bit like on your lap, but also on the arm of the chair because you're just way taller than her. And she goes, Mama's going to make sure that nothing bad happens to you. And I know you're strong enough to handle whatever this world has. Trust me, I've seen a lot of stuff in this world, and there's not a whole lot out there that's quite like you. Anything that wants to challenge you, they don't know. They don't know what you are, what you're in for, and if nothing else, you always have your mom's love and the element of surprise and divine destiny, which I don't think anyone really has anymore.
Okay.
Mickey, I love you, and you're going to be just something. You're going to be something that hasn't been told yet. You are you are everything. Before you go, will you take me to this concert? If nothing else, just to cool my curiosity.
Yeah. I'm pretty curious too, if I'm gonna be honest. It's just me and you, right? Like Ryan can't come.
The invitation just says us.
Okay. Do you think we can tell him about it?
But maybe if you make like a good enough persuasion check to this person, then
Mm-hmm.
she might allow Ryan to be in the audience too.
Okay. I did happen to make some other friends in the city.
Oh, you did.
Yeah,
Uh, did you bring them by here before?
very briefly.
Yeah, the Tabaxi.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I've actually had a Tabaxi friend in the past.
Oh, really?
I know they're not common people around, but yeah, she was always really nice to me. And that one seems like she has a rough exterior, but a little bit of a soft core.
Yeah. We
And
practice art together.
you did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's very sweet. Hope you become great friends. And then there was the elf woman. She looked a little older than you. And the sailor.
Yep.
Well,
Mm.
look at you making all these friends. Oh, who couldn't be friends with you?
Yeah, you're right. I am pretty cool, I guess.
I'm exhausted.
Yeah, me too. I really miss my bed. like, really miss my bed. Sand is not as comfortable as it looks to sleep on. There's little things that crawl in there.
You were sleeping in sand?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, I made your bed and made it really nice, so
Oh, thank
if
you.
you need anything, let me know.
Okay.
And when you want to go to the concert, just tell me and I'll come.
Okay. Maybe tomorrow. We can do tomorrow.
Okay. That'll be up to you. Come get me when you're ready.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to sleep too.
I love you.
I love you. You are everything. And the mother and daughter, go off to bed and get the most restful, powerful sleep of their night. Are you going to ask for the dream before you go? Or are you going to leave alone? Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll your check. Let me know if you passed.
All right. Remind me because it has been a while.
Would you say? Yeah.
Persuasion. Yes. That's how it works.
Yes. Persuasion. And you need to beat a 15.
Okay.
Now,
13.
your sleep is just too deep. And you've just been through too much. And even if your friend wanted to come talk to you in your dream, your constitution just won't allow it tonight. So, back to Quinn, Hush, and Faye going to kick down Rista's door.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Because she's definitely going to be there.
No, literally, strength check, kicking down the door.
Okay, roll a strength check. It's a public forum, and you could probably just open the door, but you just want to kick it for effect.
Yeah, I don't know that that's quite necessary. We could just open.
Totally kidding. Not actually kicking the door down. I will just open it.
Oh, that's disappointing. You just burst through, though?
Yeah, I do just open it, burst in, and be like, we've been through some shit.
You throw the door open, and you just scream, we've been through some shit. And you see there is one person in there working at one desk, like 3 desks back, that is carefully, like, tooling some leather and goes, ah!
Oh, no.
Well, get on with it.
Where's your boss?
What boss?
Rista.
Do private crafts. Rista.
Rista, she's here.
She is not. The front booth, the space for her crafting is empty, and you notice that only one little envelope sits on the desk itself. The rest of the space has been cleared.
I'm taking the note, the envelope. I want it.
It just says,
tearing it open.
To those who accepted my job, what's fair is fair, and the promised price will be paid. I didn't quite make out as well as my confidence may have suggested with the insight. In lieu of jail time, I have been banished from Rylae, and am currently living with my father on his project grounds. You can find me there if you so choose. I understand that my distance from you removes some of the urgency from my plan, and the fact that I cannot leave there due to house arrest or castle arrest means that you may have to carry forth the rest of this for me. Inside this envelope is a key to a locker in this room, and in there is the promised payment for each of you. Come visit when you can at Fargoland. Rista.
Well, this is a right fucking cock up.
Excuse
Well,
me,
so
I'm
many
still
food.
trying to do my work over here.
No
Could
one
you please
cares.
keep roll intimidation with advantage?
Woo! Let's see here. That would be a dirty 20.
Just cocks his head and goes, okay. And just keeps working.
Did she leave anything behind at all besides just an envelope, no books or anything?
Roll investigation.
That will be a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You do find, like, as it looks like investigating with your detective work, you notice that this space was cleared hastily, and that as she was packing a journal, 2 pages fell out of it.
We're just gonna pluck those pages right off the ground.
While Hush takes care of that, I'll be like, Hush, you want me to go get the payment from the locker?
Hastily.
Right. You open the locker, and inside are carefully packaged components that you've each asked for. Now, this was so far back that hopefully you guys can remind me what components. It's 100 gold, so you find 500 gold in there. And the other guy in the room looks up and goes, "What the fuck?" And then goes back to tooling as he hears all the coins clinking around. But
you
you
saw
each
nothing,
have
you'll say nothing.
just a lowly craftsman. And each of you gets 1 tier 2 component and 2 tier 1 components. We're going to say that you told, even if you didn't, you told Rista what you wanted beforehand. You also told her that negotiation may be a thing, but she's not here.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Do we know? I know as a player, but I don't remember if we knew in game that Tenovin's teacup that belonged to her father. Like that was. Did we know that?
Yes. Yeah, you guys know that Tenovin's teacup belonged to Tenevin Fargo, and that he moved out east toward the mountain range and set up a project of grand scale called Fargo Land, and it is actually marked on the Persoth map.
Okay. So she wasn't talking about the teacup. I misunderstood.
She wasn't. She was talking about Fargo Land.
Okay.
Place outside of Rylaendur.
Okay.
So I guess she fled after all. Wonder if it was before or after the dragon attack.
Probably, definitely before.
Yeah, judging by the notes and sounds like jail time, it sounds like she's been out of the city for a while. Okay.
Yeah, I'm less mad.
Yeah. I mean, especially seeing as the Insight Guild didn't do too much, if they wanted to arrest her, I'd say that makes her okay, in my book at least.
I mean, I still have questions for her.
Oh, plenty of questions.
Yeah,
but
there are a few conversations I was hoping to have with her, but I guess those will have to wait.
lots of questions, namely like what the fuck and, how dare you? Well, should we go find the other two or just call it a day and wait for the morning? Anything else you two want to do?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get some shut-eye. I imagine that Miki and Ryan are probably staying over at Magda's house. That's my guess. So I'm gonna get some rest.
Yeah, I think we should let them have their reunion. I think Mickey needed that.
Oh, definitely. Well, who wants to hold on to the gold? I mean, I won't be sleeping, so I can keep a good eye on it.
Oh, I mean, You won't be sleeping. That's a good point. It might be good in your hands.
Yeah, no
All right.
offense, Hush, but you have a tendency to disappear sometimes.
I mean, I give each of them their 100 gold cut out of it. You know, they're here. I might as well give it to them.
Quinn, I come back safely. Nothing goes missing, and I come back with more cool stuff.
I wasn't suggesting you run off
Every time I
permanently.
leave, it's a net benefit.
Sometimes when we need you, you're off doing something else. So, just an observation.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that you needed me at some point. When did you need me? I've been pretty serviceable this entire time, actually.
Well, it might be useful next time. You can just mention if you have something you need to go do. You can always just let us know you have other business to attend to.
Fair. I have a date with a cot and maybe a cookie or two. I need some sleep. Does that suit your expectations of me?
Yeah, I guess that's fine.
Can we just go one day? Just one day.
One day without what?
All right.
One,
So
one day without fighting.
I'll turn this campaign around, I swear. So where are you all off to for sleeping? Or for doing whatever? For not sleeping, in Faye's case.
I will not be going to the Oasis. I just got paid.
Oh my god.
I don't want to lose more fucking money from the guards. I'm not going to the Oasis. I will. You know what? I'm going to go back to the brass tracks.
All right, you're just going to eat, bother Mr. Reardon, drink a lot, and go to sleep? Or not go to sleep, just rent a room? Or are you going to stay in the bar the entire night?
Oh, in the bar the entire night.
Okay. You actually have a pretty entertaining evening with Mr. Reardon. Like, he never ever seems annoyed with you. He's just like a little bit put off by like what you are. And at one point he's just kind of like, so like, do you need sleep or anything?
I used to, but not so much anymore. I don't sleep. Haven't for close to a month now.
Coffee addiction. I understand.
Yep.
Back in my early 20s, I thought I could do anything if I just drank enough coffee.
Get you going, huh?
Yeah. Then I discovered how important the whiskey is, and pours one for both of you. This one's on me.
Thank you. Pound that down, no problem.
All right. And you just chill with Mr. Reardon all night. Eventually he says, well, I have to sleep. So I'll see you in the morning, I guess. You still going to be here?
Same seat.
And this overnight bartender, like this older woman of like Earth Genasi origin, looks up and you hear like the low rumble under her voice. Hi, I'm Shilda. Is there something else I can get you? You seem to have had many.
I think I'm good for right now. You know, don't want to be too beside myself with alcohol, but thank you for the offer. I'll let you know.
All right, let me know if you need anything. I'll just be an NPC walking around over here until you prompt the conversation dialogue option.
God is feeling very meta tonight.
God is feeling very.
How many fourth wall breaks are we gonna get?
God. I love it.
This is a very serious game. Everyone stop laughing. And Quinn, what are you off to for the night?
She would probably also be staying at the brass tracks, but she would just go right to a room. She wouldn't hang around in the bar area.
Mr. Reardon's like, all right, don't stop and say hi. Have a conversation. Oh, okay, see you later. You go to your room, and in your room, you prepare to go to sleep. Is there anything you'd like to do before bed?
No, I think she's gonna rest first, just because it's been a very long time
All right.
since she got a proper rest.
Before your rest, you notice that the window, like you looked at it as you came in the room and it was closed. And then a moment later, even without a sound, you notice that it's just open for some weird reason. And there is a raven just sitting on the windowsill.
She's gonna, as soon as she notices the window is open when it wasn't before, her hand's gonna kind of go towards her weapon a bit, and then
Great.
sort of just look at the raven
Just stares at you.
and just watch it back and wait
Make a
for it to do
perception check.
something. Okay. Okay. My perception, I think, is pretty good. 17.
There is a little tiny scroll of parchment tied to its ankle.
All right, she'll ease off the weapon and she'll like slowly approach, trying not to startle it, and see if she can get the paper off of it.
Winter is coming.
All right. You open it. It says "Winter is coming." No, it doesn't say that.
Winter's already here.
You unroll it. The raven. I can't make raven sounds, but it flies away. The window shuts. And as you read it, it says, "Happy Lumen Rise, Quinn. It's been a while, but I hope you're well. We should talk. I miss you, and there's something important. If you can, when you can come home, I'd love to see you. If you can't, meet me in the Isles, where you first arrived. 2 months' time. Sorry about everything. Bella."
She's just gonna kind of stare at it for a little while and like tracing over the words a little bit on the parchment. And then she'll roll it back up and tuck it into her bag before she goes to bed.
You go to sleep. A bunch of ghosts tuck you in as you drift off into slumber.
Honestly, at this point, it wouldn't even surprise me.
Nope. I'm actually gonna turn to Shielda and be like, "Hey, sorry for the question. Is there a well on the premises where you guys get your water from?"
I've been told not to answer any questions about water or water sources per the Riley Insight instructions. Sorry, it's just the law now. Apparently something happened a few weeks ago and new laws, you know.
Yeah. Fair enough. Is there a bathtub?
Oh, yes, in the rooms there's a bathtub.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Going to head up to my room, fill up the bathtub, and just kind of go underwater and just kind of relax. And
All right, and as you relax underwater and just breathe, you can feel these strange like gills flare up. And as you do, you feel the wriggling of tendrils, the comforting squeeze of their grasp around you. And then something flares up in your head, and it almost feels adverse to what's happening with the normal routine with you and water. The tendrils just, it seems like they get sucked into the other end of the tub. You open your eyes and you can see just the clear water, and you hear almost like a feedback loop from two microphones and speakers, and just that ever repeating louder and louder and louder and louder and louder. Not alone, not alone, not alone, not alone, not alone, not alone, not alone. It sounds like this humanoid female voice that's just shouting in your head, and it just screeches, and you can't make it stop. You can't make it stop. You can't make it stop. I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy. That's gonna be a 10.
A 10.
Yeah.
It screeches in your head. You will take 5 points of psychic damage as it's just blowing out your ears in the back of your head, and it's just filling the entire space around you, and then goes quiet. Like very, very suddenly just shifts, and you can hear just that piercing tinnitus that's within your ears. And as soon as it ends, you feel the squeeze of the tendrils again, and it squeezes you even tighter.
All right, so I'm just kind of putting my hands up to my ears, seeing if I can feel any blood leaking out of them.
You touch your ear and look at your ear. There's blood. It's black. It's coagulated.
Oh, there's 2 of you now. That's nice. And I'll kind of cuddle up to the tentacles and just be like, is that you? Do you know who that is? Can you even tell me? Okay.
We grips you a little tighter.
Enemy. Okay. So why is she talking to me? Okay. So she's your enemy. That makes her my enemy, I guess.
You get no response.
Okay. Then I'll stay in the tub for a little bit, calm down, wash out the coagulated blood, and then after about an hour or so, I'll get out.
All right. The hour or so passes by, and in this night, even though you don't have to, there's just something about what just happened that pushes you into sleep. You wake up pruned. You can see on the other end of the hotel room that the sun is rising. But you definitely went to sleep for a little while.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Then I will get up and get dressed and start getting ready for the day.
All right. And Ryan, over that evening, what did you do in your home?
So, I first started by stripping down the compass that Faye gave me. So I wanted to determine exactly how it worked and how the balancing was done. And then look at the copper one and see if I can figure out how to fix that in the best way possible.
All right. Why don't you roll a tinkering check?
12.
12. Yeah, you can take apart Faye's compass, and you notice it's more of a natural magnetic pull, but this has like a very level, balanced base, and a small. I'm gonna be honest. I don't fully know how compasses work, but you figure out how compasses work.
I want to apply all of that to trying to make the copper one work.
All right. You take apart the copper one, put it back together in the same way. It has all the same parts. They're all made of copper, and the needle just won't move.
Can I try moving it myself and seeing is it just stuck in position?
Try moving it yourself. Make a strength check.
10.
10. It's funny. You start to try to move it, and then you get this idea in your head like, I need to move this. It won't move for you. What is happening? And then as you say out loud, come on, move. It shifts with the will of your finger. It just comes loose and free, almost, and you can see this like, you can almost feel like a magnetic push, almost like a magical magnetic push.
I want to turn around and see if
Every
it's
now
continuing.
and then I get a little.
And see if the arrow is still pointing in the same direction. Does it rotate with the compass?
As soon as you let go of it, it springs back into its normal position.
If I then touch if I touch it again, facing in the other direction, does it rotate?
What are you thinking about while you touch it?
Trying to find brush.
As soon as that thought comes into your head, the arrow moves.
Does it move without me touching it? It's just me thinking it moves it. Like if I'm holding
It doesn't
the
need you to
compass.
touch it.
Okay.
It just needs you to use your will to find that person.
Okay. I want to think about finding my mother. And I think RJ's died.
I think so.
I think.
Poor
Yeah.
rip.
Rip RJ.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh.
no.
Oh
Wait.
no, he's running again.
Hey, if the DM leaves early. Legally, in 15 minutes, we're allowed to level up.
Are those the rules?
Trust me, I've been a
They are
DM.
now.
Those are the rules.
I will keep that in mind.
So how y'all doing?
great.
I'm
Yeah.
doing great.
Absolutely
This
great.
session is knocking
There's a
it out of the park today.
lot.
I don't.
There's a
Don't know
lot
why.
happening.
Don't know. I didn't put 2 and 2 together. And like aberrant mind sorcerer. Oh, I wonder what this weird voice is that says not alone. Oh well. Oh, fuck.
Good job.
Yeah, I got a whole. There's like 2 full pages of notes already.
Excellent.
Bend.
What happened?
Yeah, these are some thick notes today.
Bend. Bend. What the fuck does bend mean? I gotta ask RJ. I gotta make some sort of check. Bend.
Bend the rules.
Never returns to us. Oh no.
Bend it like Beckham?
I think that's it. I think you got it.
I think I got it. I think I have to invent
That one tracks.
Yeah.
I think that's been the answer all along. We just need to play
Bend
soccer.
these
Just need to play
straws.
soccer. Oh, if it's bendy straws, that's awesome. Bendy straws. Bendy straws help you drink water. That's what bend is. Oh, got it.
Oh boy.
We did it. We cracked it, guys.
Crack the
Yeah,
code.
we cracked the code.
Perfect.
Yep. Pack it up. We're level 20 now.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Hi. Am I
Hi.
back?
Oh, hello,
Yes,
RJ.
you're
How are
back.
you doing?
Welcome, God.
Well, I died briefly, but you know, death is not permanent, so it's good. So,
I
going
disapprove.
back to your question, I think right before we lost, you said, "Can I think about finding my mother?"
Yep.
The arrow just spins and spins and spins and spins.
Yeah, that's what I thought. No, I'm not going to broach that tonight. I'm going to make a new cover for the front. As if the old one is cracked, or clean up the old one, whichever is easier, and put it on to the top of the compass and try and seal it all back up.
Okay. Roll a tinkering check.
9.
9. You put a new cover on. You fix up the compass pretty well. You at least make it look more aesthetically pleasing. Polish the copper a little bit. Take some of the green out of it.
Okay. I think I've had enough mental trauma for a day. Let's go to sleep.
Go off to sleep. And what does Ryan dream about on a day that so much has happened?
He dreams about his escape
All right.
all those years ago.
Would you like me to detail that or just keep it between us?
You've given me power here.
Yeah, you got 5 seconds to decide.
Go on, detail it. These
All right.
guys have been wanting crumbs for a while.
Now
A
we're gonna
young
get
a
the whole
young
cookie.
child rests in this like blue crescent moon shaped bed, sleeping in the middle of the night, but not sleeping, awake, waiting in anticipation as the plan has finally come to unfold. The plan that's been described to you by a few of the folks who feel maybe a little bit of sympathy. You're unable to see her for the last time. And you hear the subtle knock on the door. And someone enters. An Eladrin elf, followed by 3 more. One of them leans over to you and whispers to you in Sylvan, "It's time to go, little one," and grabs you by the hand, and together they pick you up, still just a tiny boy. One of the older ones says, "Oh, you're much heavier than you look. It's must have a lot of muscles there on you, kid. Come on, before he sees us with his mind." And they rush you out a corridor, an unlit corridor. Everything is dark as you just are being carried by these 4 people, black cloaks, under this beautiful night sky. In this sky, there, as you look up and remember in this memory, it's never there in your memory when you wake up, but while you're dreaming, you can see 2 beautiful moons, one on each side of the sky. Maybe why the Celestia moon is so familiar and less powerful an idea to you. You're rushed out of this corridor. Lights start to flicker on behind you as you can see people start stirring, guards, folks, and then you see the one light that you didn't want to see flickers on in the tower on the top of the largest building in the city. As it does, you've already made your way too close to the gate, and these 4 carry you through the gate. Cross a field, through a forest, to a river, put you on a boat. And then just a little child throws a bag, throws a pike, way too large for you to wield, and just shoves this elven canoe down a river. And you wake up.
That's not a good sign.
And it's morning. You all gain a long rest, and can get together. If you'd like.
I will head downstairs, get some breakfast and some whiskey.
All right, you have your
I would
breakfast.
like to have
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I would like to have completed one thing before bed.
Okay. Oh, my apologies. I didn't get to you.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. She'll go back to the abandoned teacup, and she's gonna get a bunch of her painter supplies out, scramble all over the floor, and she's gonna look to Petrovi and to Eno, and she's gonna say, "Let's get to work."
All right. What are we getting to work on?
She quickly scribbles a thumbnail of a few drafts of potential flyers and posters and designs of a sort. And she's going to pass it along to Petrovi and Eno and ask them for their opinion. The posters are detailed with questions saying, "Where's the insight?" And all these kinds of, different kinds of questions of different degrees of essentially questioning where they are, what they've been doing, the damn near cataclysmic events that have been going on in Rylaendur with absolutely no oversight whatsoever. And she asks them, "Okay, I have all these drafts. What do you think's going to look good?"
Hush, I think this one looks good. It is respectful, but also harsh and direct.
All right, cool. That's exactly the direction I'm going with. If you think this one's going to work, I'm going to need some help getting this all over the city.
Okay. How many do we want to make?
The longest. We're gonna hit the biggest places. Petrovi, you've been here a while. Where are the best places that we can go?
We need a multi-pronged approach to this. We must place them in every ward, especially the market ward and the common steps where everybody is going to be spending a lot of their time. We also would probably benefit for posting them around the invention ward, and especially the labor ward, because those are the people who suffer the most when they are gone and when they are not making decisions for the people. I've thought about this a lot.
Yeah, we certainly have. Although I will say, absolutely no pressure. This is less your affair than it is ours. So if you don't want to get involved, don't.
No,
If you want
I
to
am
keep your
with
head
you.
low,
I am with you for the night. Remember, I can turn into people, so I am going to just mimic people that I see, and I will take care of the labor ward, and I'll take care of the labor ward and the common steps. Eno speaks up and goes, "Well, I was staying in the invention ward. I kind of remember some of that, so I'll take the invention ward."
all right, cool. So if you're taking those, Petrovi, can I come with you? I want to see if I can find a very big spot to leave a, really big final message. A good wall that I can avoid.
Okay.
Actually, I remember there being a mural being worked on right before Celestial.
Yeah, that was in the Insight ward at Siren Arena.
We're gonna go there.
All right, you're gonna take it and leave it at Siren Arena, like all over the place.
Yeah. Well, she's going to have Enos take care of posters in that area. Petrobi at the laborers ward, I think.
Mhm.
And then Hush is gonna take to the oh my gosh, the arena.
Okay. So together you spread all of these. I'm going to need you to roll a stealth check,
You got it.
and I'm rolling them for Petrovi and Eno. Eno's not really that stealthy.
That's okay.
Oh, but rolled pretty good. What was yours?
23.
Okay. So together, you guys formulate your plan and have your three-pronged attack to the city. You will spend all night doing this and will not gain a rest if you want to cover the entire city.
I
And I'm
like that. That's good enough for me.
All right. You do leave these flyers all over the city, these little posters. You tack them to houses, you tack them to towers. You leave a whole bunch tacked all over the front mural of Zyron Arena without anyone noticing. And basically, you cover the city in the inception of rebellion.
One
You see the
last
sun
cheer,
beginning to
Doctor.
rise.
No, gonna use our painter supplies. Sorry. We're gonna use our painter supplies and bomb that mural with a little bit of graffiti.
Oh, shit. Okay, roll another stealth check, though.
You got it. 24.
24. Yeah. Go ahead and roll with your painter supplies and describe for me what you're trying to paint.
And that's a D20 proficiency dex.
Yep.
All right, so all that together is gonna give me a math is easy. It's 25.
What would you like this?
No, 23.
What would you like this graffiti to look like?
All right, so marking that entire mural and overlapping some, no, not some overlapping, but it's going to be covered by some of the posters, is one giant scrawl of bright blue glistening paint that drips into like this inky black color. And it's just going to read nowhere in sight. And it's going to have a large eyeball right beneath that with an X carved across it.
Sick. So you spend your evening trying to incite the people of Rylai for a revolution, or at least to question the Rylian site. I'm gonna give you inspiration for that. That was pretty good.
Yay!
And the morning comes. I do need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
I'll take that. 18.
18. Okay, you pass. You do not take exhaustion. Your zoomies carry forth. And you all wake up, and what's the plan?
Ryan will probably be awake pretty early. So he will go and just check some of the materials shops and see if they're looking like they'll open today.
It looks like people have returned to Rylai. Like the word has gotten around, and the businesses will be open today. So you guys can do shopping. You guys can do all that stuff. Exploring. You actually do pass by one shop, and you see the person about to open the shop. Like it's, geez, let me grab this map legend again. Found Fundamentals, which is a very large seller of components and tools. And the owner kind of walks by the person who's going to open the shop, unlocks the door, and then pulls this strange flyer off of the door, and then walks inside with it. And yeah,
I'll go and pick up 3 coffees from the cookie stall and head over to Magda and Mickey.
All right. Are you guys up immediately, or did you sleep in a little bit? Jackie, yeah.
She probably would have gotten up, had some breakfast.
All right. So you're up just cooking breakfast, and Ryan knocks on the door.
I'll open the door and let him in.
All right. You arrive with 3 coffees.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
I know it's a bad idea, but we need some happiness. Come on. I got one for Magda too.
I love you.
No, well, that's a fine how do you do this morning.
Thank you, Ryan.
Problem.
She's kind of
Not a
just like
problem.
sipping on it. She's like, do you care if I save half of this? This is a little too much for someone my size.
Not a problem. I will not feel offended at all.
But I do eat multiple times a day because I'm a halfling, so.
I should have bought some cookies, you know? But
I have a lot.
I figured we had a lot last night. I was gonna go try and find the others, Mickey. And I'm gonna go pick up some crafting stuff. Got a few things on my mind. So if you wanna come over to mine later, I'll be at my place for most of the day. Yeah.
The others, huh?
Maybe.
Hmm.
Well, I just need to check up, see.
I suppose maybe it would be a good idea to talk to them.
Can. At your own time, though. Have your breakfast. I'll be at mine. I won't be there long, I don't think.
Okay. You said you're going shopping and stuff?
Yeah, I was gonna pick up some components. Do you want to come along?
Kinda. Yeah, actually.
Oh, I'll wait for you to finish breakfast then.
Okay, cool. Shovels the food in her mouth.
All right.
Runs out the house with a piece of toast in her mouth.
Yep.
Really?
Mickey,
Okay.
Mickey,
Senpai's waiting.
are we going to the thing tonight?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Okay. I'll see you when you get back.
I'm gonna see if I can find that lady today.
Okay.
Oh,
I wanna ask her if at least Ryan can come.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you should do that.
Okay.
I'll see you tonight, though.
Okay. Promise.
I'll make dinner if you're interested.
Yeah.
I love you.
Love you too.
I love you too, Ryan.
you're great, Magda. I love you as well.
Please don't cause too much trouble for my Mickey.
Well, I don't know where you've got this idea from.
Okay, goodbye. And she shuts the door.
Yeah, don't cause too much trouble.
Yeah, I was the one causing trouble.
Yeah, you always cause
Obviously.
trouble. Always. It's just you.
Yeah, just me. No one
Mhm.
else, of course. Right. The others will have been to see Rista.
Oh, hey, we get money.
We do get money and we get crafting stuff. So
Yeah,
you can go pick up more stuff. Hey,
Yeah.
do you want me to work on anything for you?
You
know
know,
what? Let's talk on the way.
okay.
You guys talk about it on the way, and you go back to the Brass Tracks Tavern, which I'm assuming is where you're all going to meet.
I assumed that would be where they'd have gone. So
All right.
3 of us are there,
So-
so yeah.
For brevity's sake, you all arrive back at the Brass Tracks Tavern, and what do you do?
And I hand over 100 gold pieces for each of them, along with their chosen crafting components, and say, "So, Rista," and clue them
yeah,
in
she's
on
been
all
arrested.
that. Shit.
What?
You
Oh,
knew.
you knew
Yeah, she's gone.
She's actually not arrested. She's actually at her dad's place in Fargoland.
Oh, even better.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's expecting us to meet her there, actually.
I mean, it's weird. She did pay us, but we still do have the flower. So
Yeah.
we
She
do
knows who she made her
kinda-
deals with.
we do kind of have to give it to her. We were
Yeah.
paid for a job and we did the job. Yeah.
Also, Faye, here's your compass back. Thank you. It was very
Oh.
helpful.
No problem.
As you can see, this now works. And without saying anything, I'll think of looking for Mr. Brush.
I mean, magic compass. That's
It's definitely not pointing in the same direction as your compass, Faye.
Yeah.
magic compass. I probably should have guessed.
Just look, it's pointing at him. So that's now working.
Good. Also, does the word bend mean anything to anyone in a magical sense?
Oh, I was about to say, like, do you want me to go on about?
Can I roll Arcana?
No, I understand what bending means, but apparently I have another voice in my head, and I'll look around. Friend says bend, and that it's an enemy. Does that mean anything to anyone? Hush.
I rolled a natural 20. I rolled a
Natural 20 on
26.
Arcana.
Yeah.
Bend
Woo!
means
I rolled
change.
a 1.
Change means making like alterations or adjustments to things. You would interpret the word bend as it pertains to magic, to transmutation magic specifically.
So
You
as she's
fucking
like,
natural 20, Lord Dump.
I did. So she kicks up her boots pretty much, and she's just sitting on the table and leaning back, and she's just munching away at like day or week old cookies, who knows? And she's like, "Ben,
I haven't heard that name in forever.
are you saying it's in a magical sense, right?"
Yes.
It's like, so the way you want to think about them like that, especially in magical senses, because they're very specific words that mean very specific things in certain magical senses. But really just means to change. So however you're doing something specifically, you might want to, do something a little bit differently in a way that's more transmutive, if that makes any sense.
Kind of. It's something to think about, and it's definitely more than I had.
It's pretty
Yeah.
smart,
Okay.
actually, for
Yeah.
someone who's never read a book before. Where'd you learn that?
Oh, I travel the world completely, so I do find books every so often, and I do land my face in them every so often.
I will look at Hush and be like, "Yeah, Hush, I cannot believe that you've never read a book." And I will say it in a very deadpan, sarcastic manner, so that Hush knows that I am completely kidding.
Hold on. When you say bury your head in a book, you do realize that you're not meant to do that to read the book. You're meant to use your eyes.
Yeah, like you can't just like headbutt the book. Like that's not. It doesn't
It's
work
worked
like
well enough for
that.
me for 16 years.
Maybe,
Why not?
maybe.
I got out from.
I mean,
I landed a
she does
great
have
egg
a
with that
knack
one.
for languages in a strange
It's
way.
true.
So
But she didn't headbutt things she was reading to learn to know what they were saying.
You can read?
Should I start?
I mean, that might be interesting.
I might do that from now on.
Can Ryan and Mickey and Quinn all roll a d20 for me? Actually, all four of you. Besides Hush.
15.
16.
8.
3.
All right. Mickey, Pancake rushes over to you as you're like having this conversation about headbutting books and just jumps and grabs you by the shoulders and just headbutts you in the side of the head.
Ow! Pancake, I'm not a book.
Points at you. And then comes,
Hush, I need
Chum
you to
fucker.
understand I would die for your raccoon.
His feelings probably aren't mutual, but I like the sentiment anyway.
I mean, is there any way we can
He's
like set
what he
him
wants
on
to
our
be.
enemies? He seems very eager to punch people all the time.
Just not the
We should
right
be
people.
letting him
I'm
loose.
really
on him.
actually thinking about it.
Exactly.
There's, like, He does so much, but so little. And I might start adding some things to the drawing that I made with you, Miki, to make him a little bit more useful.
Hey, I have a question actually. Do you think that's how
For me?
Pancake? Yeah. Do you think that's how Pancake like shows his affection? Is that how he says like "I love you"? Like he punches you and is mean to you?
I don't know. I will roll insight on that.
You can
to
both
see.
roll insight because you had the idea.
What could go wrong?
Another natural 20.
Can
Would
read
you
his
please
mind.
succeed a
You love
fucking
me?
insight check?
It'll never happen.
Please.
Kira, hush.
Oh.
You look over at Pancake and get a little good dead stare with him. And you do sense a little bit of soft tenderness outside of the violent exterior. And you realize in your heart that this creature wakes up every day and chooses violence. And being able to enact that violence on the people around him means the world to him. And that's where we're going to end this tonight.
Oh,
Wow.
I was going to pour Pancake a shot of my whiskey in the morning.
You still can do
Oh,
that in the
God.
next session.
Let's
Just like
not
write it
get
down
the
or something.
raccoon drunk. Maybe.
Oh, 100%.
So for
I'm
anyone
doing it.
who's watched this in 2152, when all of the archives of the internet are being read by AI to try to source the history of a lost civilization, thank you, robots. And this has been Helgia D&D. If you want to, you should please follow this thing
Mhm.
and maybe subscribe if you feel like doing that and have the means to do so.
Mhm.
Again, I'm RJ. That's Louis the Fighter. That's Faye the Warlock. That's Jackie, also the Warlock. Kira the Rogue. And Micah, the also Rogue. You all have a good night.
Bye.
Bye!